This happened back in 2010. I was working in a hotel in a suburban area. It was a nice place. When I first started there, I was both a part-time front desk clerk and a part-time night auditor. For those of you not in hospitality, I closed the day out on the computers on the overnight shift. I had just been promoted to a day job and had a week left at the front desk before I was switching to my Monday through Friday gig, and it was just like any other night. At about 3 a.m., I received a phone call. The guy sounded my age, mid-20s, and attempted to strike up a conversation with me. I have to get my name when answering the phone, so he gets my name, of course, and starts asking me personal questions. Do you have a boyfriend? Would you want to go out for a drink? Which were harmless, but nevertheless, I tell him I'm hanging up as I had a job to do. He wouldn't give me a name. Instead he said, "Why don't you call me John?" I hang up and finish my shift. The next night, at about 3:30 a.m., I receive another phone call from John. He started off with asking me out for a drink again, to which I declined and hung up the phone. He called back about 5 times that night, each time getting more lewd in his comments, and just tried to keep me talking. He ended his last call with the phrase, "I see you like singing karaoke. I love doing that. Let's go out together sometime." Shit, I think. He found me on Twitter. I had just gone out a few nights prior with my friends and posted about it. I asked him how he got my full name, and he wouldn't tell me. I hung up again, and he was done for that night. I deleted my Twitter and Foursquare pages, and when my boss came in at 7 a.m., I told him what had been going on. We told my general manager, and my security guard put it into his report. I only worked 2 overnights a week, luckily, but when I came back the next week, so did he. The phone call started around 3 a.m. and lasted for an hour or so, but this time was a little different. John was angry that I had deleted my accounts, so he couldn't keep an eye on me and make sure I wasn't cheating on him. I told him to fuck off, and that I'm not answering the phone anymore, and that my security guard would be taking all of my calls going forward. The phone was quiet for about 10 seconds, and then he screamed, "You're gonna be with me whether you like it or not. I'm coming for you," and hung up the phone. I, of course, freaked the fuck out and called the police. Luckily, I had my security guard there, so I wasn't completely alone. But it must have been a slow night, because it took the cops mere minutes to get there. I called my night supervisor, who left at 11 p.m., and he managed to calm me down. One cop was nice enough to stay until my shift was done. And with that, I told my boss that even though I had a week left of overnights, I couldn't and wouldn't do it. Thankfully, they understood, and I moved to daytime hours, as well as sent an email out to everyone, telling them that anyone who called for me was sent directly to the GM. Thankfully, everything stopped after that, minus a few phone calls the security guy got for about a week. He told the guy that I had quit because of him, and the call stopped. Still creeps me out though. We think he may have been a former guest at the hotel, but I never found out who it was.